Well, we've been friends since sophomore year.
Yeah.
But I saw a TikTok at the end of sophomore year about someone doing it like a turf wall. And so I decided, hey, that'd be really cool as the house show scene's coming back. And so I decided to build it with one of my friends who actually know how to book artists and do sound. And this is how it turned out.
Especially wanting to like bring live sound back and everything. Like we just missed it during COVID times, and so like we're like, let's just get something together and do it. And we're lucky that we have each other because we all kind of have different strengths when going into this, and we get everything done.
I'm Ken. I do construction, decoration, lighting, and then I manage front of house. Growing up, my dad always did sets for high school productions, and so I kind of grew up doing that and learning like how to do decor and how to build things on a budget that make it look good, like aesthetically and not so much functionality. I'm locking up the upstairs so that no one gets burglarized. People are not very respectful of space sometimes. So just to set boundaries.
We spent probably, I'd say, 3 days just sweeping the floors of this place just to try to like make it a space where people aren't gonna like get diseased when they walk in. Kind of working with what we've been given in terms of these houses that we're renting to make it all a space that we can actually function in.
I'm Lauren. I do all of like the PR, like posters, like designing all of like the artist posts, like running the Instagram and stuff, and then whatever that needs to be done for a day of show.
I think the first show we ever did was my favorite memory because we were so stressed out going in. And at the end, we like just looked at each other and had like a group hug, and you could like feel all of the tension in our bodies like release.
Yeah.
Because it was like so much unknown going into that show. And we also sold out on our first show ever, which we were not expecting at all. It was kind of like nervous because we like promised artists a show. We weren't sure if anyone was gonna come. It's kind of given us a confidence going into future shows as well, but it like also proved to us that like we're doing a good job and we know how to work with each other well.
The space that we culminated in is really for both the artists and for the people coming to see them, because like we cap it at a certain amount so that it's not too packed, it's not too hot, and that creates a limited capacity, but we think it creates a higher experience for everyone involved.
I'm Jen. I do booking of all the artists as well as the live sound on the day of show. Last semester our PA broke, which was a really fun surprise. And we raised enough money on our own to buy this. So now all of our gear is ours, which is really nice, but then now that means like when it breaks, we have to find a way to repair it. So over the summer I got our PA repaired, and now our mixers needs to get repaired. So it doesn't happen often, but it seems like once a semester at this point.
We moved houses, and so we kind of took everything from the last house and put it here. So just kind of reconfiguring like what we want the garden to be. And so we just had to figure out a whole new setup, build these fences, try to decide what we were going to do with it.
Not a lot of places get to do a second chance, and so to rebuild it from scratch and see like, okay, what was the things that we struggled with last time, like how can we avoid that this year, was just like, I guess, a blessing of moving houses. My favorite memory was we booked Seeing Double last year, and obviously they're playing tonight, but it was kind of an experiment for us because we didn't know if a outside band would actually attract Syracuse audiences, and so to see Seeing Double sell out and people discovering new music from other places was really cool.
That was just super cool to expand out of the Syracuse area. And now they're back playing tonight, and which makes us so happy because like they loved it enough to come back, and it's gonna be such a fun night.
Capacity at 9:30 p.m.
Is that normal?
It's every show it's getting a little sooner out, but not really.
I think we just like really built this like caring, music loving community here, which just makes kind of all of us so happy because like we were all experiencing COVID like roughly during our sophomore year and started this our junior year, and so just being able to give back to the music community community that we all love so much, and just seeing like regulars come back every time, and like people reaching out to us saying they feel safe.
It's my first show. It's your first day.
It's expensive to do this, and so we really have to kind of get
Budget
creative.
ourselves.
Yeah, and budget, like how much money can we spend and what can we do with that amount of money.
I think it's really important to have this space like for students. Like we're like very like entrepreneurial in the fact that we like kind of built this from the ground up, but like you have to be careful in that way too, because a lot of students are very willing to just help each other out for free. We're at a point where like we want to be able to pay other people for their work too. So like we make a real effort if we're asking someone to like work with us on a show that like we pay them fairly for their time.
And if people want to like learn how to make a venue too, like we want to kind of teach how it's done because it was taught to us by upperclassmen, but we're gonna be gone, so.
Also predominantly female run. We make sure to have a predominant like women presence in the garden, which
We're the only predominantly women-run venue off campus currently.
because a lot of the venues I went to like my freshman year or anything, I didn't really feel safe exactly.
The fact that we're on a campus that is very Greek life heavy, like a lot of the places where you go out would be like to a frat, and like I'd like to say that we don't really feel comfortable doing that purely just because like we don't feel safe in that space. Like we wanted to create a place where people like go out on a Friday, Saturday night and not have to worry about getting groped, quite frankly.
I mean, our main goal is mainly like the experience as a whole. Want to make sure everyone that comes in, whether it be like staff, artists, like audience, just has the best possible time that they could have.
Last year graduated, we've made an effort to try to pair like an artist that's played a house show before on the bill with an artist who has never played a house show before, just to give them the opportunity to have that performance opportunity. And on top of that, like we don't expect them to then like bring a whole crowd of people with them, but it also like opens them up to a new experience. It opens them up to a new group of people that have never heard their music before. And like if we continue to gatekeep the house show community to artists that are really comfortable playing in it, first of all, we're just gonna see like the same 4 artists play over and over again, but also then we're never gonna allow the like underclassmen to be able to grow in this space as musicians and as people.
I think also we just haven't more locked down this year because we were able to do so many shows last year that I feel like now we kind of just know exactly what to do day of show and leading up to it, and how like far in advance to book artists and everything. So I think we just really took a lead from last year and then just provided it to this year. And so far it's been awesome. And the new space has been working great and everyone seems to really like it.
We're hoping to partner with some other orgs on campus and kind of do something with that. Maybe last semester we did something with Corporate Culture and hopefully that'll come back again. We'll see. Just trying to expand our reach on campus and give a platform to like other organizations similar to us that are all kind of student run and want to work together. We think would be really fun.
Also new artists. There's so many like freshmen that have like come to campus and I'm like, oh my god, you're so good, let's talk.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure there'll be a lot of new like musicians performing that no one has ever seen in like a house show setting before, which is super exciting. And exciting to like give them that opportunity to have their first house show. Because they're the ones who are gonna take over this.
Yeah.
Like when our our year leaves, so might as well give them the opportunity to experience it now. Having these moments with people who come up to you being like, thank you for creating this, like I had so much fun. Like those are the things that make it so worth it, especially when it's like people that usually don't feel safe in like a setting with a large crowd, and saying that they felt safe here and they felt welcomed, like it really just, it's awesome.